The legendary WWE superstar Wyndham Rotunda Bray Wyatt has passed away at the age of 36 after battling a life-threatening illness 2 weeks after being medically cleared to compete again as Triple H announces tragic news. I have to express my condolences first off to the family, wife, kids, mother, father. Bray Wyatt was just more than a wrestler, as I'm sure you all know. Have to express my condolences to the wrestling community, the Fireflies, all of his fans, just everyone that believed in him, his wrestling capability, and his brilliance and his creativity in and outside of the ring. So I'm totally freestyling this, you guys. I have no clue what is liable to come out of my mouth. I am sensing and just going through a lot of emotions right now: shock, sadness, anger. So I'm probably going to ramble. I probably will get passionate. I probably will get hype in this video. So I apologize before I even get started. So just, stick in here with me. I just want to express some concerns that I feel like is going on. Usually I would not talk about anything like this on this channel. And I'm hoping it does not get me demonetized. It's really not like I'm making any money off of here anyway. But when things like this happen, it comes as like a major shock, like when Shad Gaspar passed away, and like Brody Lee, who I'm going to talk about later in this video. Also, too, just like in Hollywood, when you have superstars pass away suddenly, like Paul Walker or Chadwick Boseman, it just hits really, really different. And here on Russell Shade, we laugh, we joke, we do shenanigans, shits and giggles. But at the same time here, I am one that promotes like investigation, not to be, invasive or not to give the family privacy. But when you have like a overwhelming fan base like Bray Wyatt has, we're concerned. We're concerned with health. We're concerned with wrestling. We're concerned with his family. And ultimately, me personally, there's just been a uptick in a lot of wrestlers, wrestling personnel, and things of that nature who have been experiencing these different heart complications. If you guys remember, Triple H just recently experienced a little something, and he cannot wrestle anymore. We've had complications with Keith Lee. We've had other wrestlers experience things of that nature. So this is very concerning. And so with that, I'll say I am a little pissed at WWE for not utilizing Bray Wyatt's brilliance a lot sooner than they did. I hope this doesn't sound selfish. I don't want to be up here crying and moping. And so this is what I'm choosing to express, because Bray Wyatt was an absolute genius. We had a chance to experience, the Wyatt family and his debut as Bray Wyatt, and we were able to go on that ride. And it was amazing. But this most recent thing with The Fiend, WWE really, really dropped the ball. I just have to say it. Like, I just have to be honest. There is so much that could have happened. There were so many different fan speculations and different, storylines and different ways that everything could have been done. And now that I just sit back and think about it, I'm just like, did WWE know that something was going on behind the scenes, sort of like a Roman Reigns situation? Because there was a time there when we had all of these different things come about that kind of threw us for a curveball, like the Uncle Howdy, Bray Wyatt just making more promos than matches. And then we had this whole thing about the burnt Bray Wyatt, and then we had all of these different type of fiends and these different type of masks. And we noticed that there were different guys actually in the ring portraying and pretending to be Bray Wyatt, and it was not. So it just makes me think about this whole thing a lot deeper. Also too, I just wanted to point on the fact of there being speculation of Bray Wyatt unaliving himself because of depression and him having like suicidal thoughts and things of that nature. I really don't think that this was him fully. I do think that he was maybe damaged with the loss of Brody Lee. I too have experienced the loss of like a best friend, like a true best friend. So I definitely get that scope of things, but for me, I just feel like there is a lot more to this that we have not uncovered or we have not found out yet. When did it all start? That's if I could be honest, I just have to ask, when did it all start? Like the heart issues and the health complications. I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys. I know we're in mourning here, but I am here to ask questions. And it's, for me, it's just like you have these wrestlers who, they're healthy. These guys are athletic, they're weightlifting, they're training, they're competing. And this is not like back in the day where you had wrestlers doing a whole bunch of drugs and a whole bunch of steroids, eating a whole bunch of horrible foods, and not having access to like really good like recovery, and gyms and all of this state of the art stuff. Like we have that type of thing now. So for me, it's like when you have a overwhelming amount of athletes and people who are super athletic, and people who don't have a history of heart issues and different health ailments like this, it's just really like mind blowing to learn news like this. So for me, it's like there definitely has been a uptick in heart issues after a certain era in time here. That era being the Bobo 19 era. This has been happening, and it's not just in wrestling. It's been happening in soccer, football, other sports areas and arenas. And I you just kind of have to like ask yourself, like, what is kind of going on here? I know when it's your time, it's your time. I know when God calls you home. I totally get that whole type of thing. But like I said, I cannot find any reports of Bray Wyatt having any heart issues and or any complications like before like 2019. I can't find anything. Now, yes, you find things about his dad, and one would say, oh, well, those type of things can be hereditary. Yes, they can. But I'm just wondering here if there were any reports on how Bray Wyatt felt, how Wyndham Rotunda felt after getting the Jabberwocky, if you will, after being vacationed, if you will. How did he feel about that? Were there any complications? Was there anything reported? And speaking of reported, I just find it really, really odd and really, really weird how Sean Ross Sapp has been the one deemed to release more information based on Bray Wyatt's whole circumstance here, letting us know that, a while ago, Bray Wyatt battled with Bobo 19 complications, which made his heart conditions worse. Well, what heart conditions? When did this get reported? Just like y'all let us know everything else. Why do we not know extensive details on this. Now, I can understand if Bray Wyatt wanted to keep this a secret and not let the fans know. And like I said, I really just go back to the whole Roman Reigns story when I think about this, when Roman Reigns first got diagnosed and how he was still in the ring, still kind of around. You know, he came back with a full-blown new transformation, and now he's, you know, rocketed off as a tribal chief. I don't want to get into a tangent on that, but it's just like, I feel like the WWE kind of kept us in the dark with what was going on with Bray Wyatt, and he kind of just disappeared. So much so to where like the fans and people were like disbelieving in the whole, you know, return of Bray Wyatt, of the Fiend. And so I just asked myself, like, why didn't we know everything? Just like they're releasing information now all of a sudden. It sounds like to me that they're covering up tracks, or they're trying to like sway the story a certain way, but the people are going to get to the bottom of this one. Like, the people are going to find out what the deal is with this whole thing. Also, too, like, I just really can't wait until, like, we get the actual autopsy, if they share that with us, because we know if there comes reports of this thing about this whole myocarditis thing and, you know, all of these different heart issues and clots and all of that type of thing, we know where this can possibly go. We know what the real issue possibly could have been here. Like I said, with all the access that these wrestlers have to things, you know, you would think something like COVID-19 would be at the top of the list to combat, to treat, to get rid of, to, you know, eliminate, annihilate, to stop in its tracks, so that you have this prize wrestler so that they can get back in the ring. And you know, I just don't know what really went on there. If WWE has all of these different health policies and people can't smoke and you can't do this and you can't do that, there should be other health policies when it comes to COVID-19, other than just go and get the jab and come on and come to work. Like, what other protocols are being put in place other than just to go and get jabbed, or just to go home for 14 days and, you know, quarantine? As WWE being non-union and them being this and them being that, like, what other protocols are they putting in place for the Bobo 19 and their wrestlers? Because it definitely plays in something here. We do see this. Like I said, Triple H was another one that was fine, perfect health, literally. Goes and gets a little something. You all know what I'm talking about. Use your own imagination here. And after he gets that little something, boom, he letting us know he can't even wrestle no more. He can't even really step foot in the ring because of a heart issue. And it's just like, there definitely has been an uptick. So you guys, my condolences. This is just a shock to the wrestling world. This is just a total, just, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now. You have a lot of WWE fans, you know, fans of Bray Wyatt, that are making these tribute posts to Bray Wyatt and Harper, saying how they are together now, you know, Brody Lee. And it is just very, very sad. It's very, very touching. And I'm blown. I am really, really blown away. But all in all, I make this video to give my condolences, you know, just to share what I thought about this whole situation. I've had some of my best commentary moments to Bray Wyatt. Okay. And the Fiend and the Firefly Funhouse, him and Alexa Bliss, him and Seth Rollins, him and Randy Orton, their matches, that whole era. It was absolutely amazing. WWE, shame on you, girl, for not doing what needed to be done sooner. This definitely should be a lesson learned for y'all. When you got gold, honey, you need to run with it. There was so much that he could have done in the WWE. This man was a creative mastermind, genius when it came to in-ring prowess, in-ring skill, and to, most of all, his character and his creativity. Now is just like a ripple in the freaking wrestling universe. This is like the Big Bang in the wrestling universe. I can't even believe this is happening right now. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and see the reports, and it's gonna hit me all over again. This is crazy. But everybody, take care. Take care of your health. Okay, put your health first, and keep laughing, you guys. I don't know what to say. My condolences once again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit me up in the comment section below. And if you would like, share some of your fondest moments or some of your best moments of Bray Wyatt in the ring. If you've met him in person, if you were able to go to a meet and greet and or like a show, your first experience seeing the Fiend, hearing the Fiend's theme. Crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, you guys. I will see you guys in the next one.